Islanders, your Cape Breton West Islanders, led by the 7th skater, Miguel Sampson, who plays for the U17 team from the Breton Hockey Association. Welcome to Saturday Night Hockey here at the Almaguinness Sports Center. Prior to this evening's game, the executive of the Port Hood, or Cape Breton West Islanders under-18 team, and the management of the Almaguinness Sports Center pay tribute to first responders. These include the members of the local fire departments in our coverage area, the medical first responders, the RCMP detachment members, nurses, and other healthcare personnel. They provide protection and service for the people and buildings of our area, including the building in which we are gathered tonight. On numerous occasions, first responders have answered a call to this arena to tend to the needs of injured athletes prior to an ambulance trip to a hospital. These men and women who volunteer to serve us make many sacrifices to provide a high level of service to the public. They accept the need for regular meetings, regular practice, and ongoing training sessions in order to remain current and up to date with new equipment and techniques, as well as medical know-how. I will now introduce you to the representatives and first responders that we honor and show appreciation for. I first call on Brian McGinnis, President of the Cape Breton West Islanders, to come to center ice. Representing the Port Hood Fire Department is the Assistant Deputy Fire Chief and a first responder, Brian Ingraham. Representing the Judique Fire Department, we have the Fire Chief, Joe McDonald. Representing the Inverness Fire Department, we have the Deputy Fire Chief, Bill Dunphy. Please welcome as well Islanders trainer, Maggie Beaton. Welcome as well Islanders mom, registered nurse Barb McDonald, mother of number 15, Hunter McDonald. chairperson and volunteer, RN Carolyn McDonald. And I would like also to mention Islanders bench staff member, EHS member Michael Matthews. The generosity and competence of these first responders make us stop and think how valuable the people and the services they render to us really are. Our communities are so fortunate to have the services of these men and women. I thank and salute you. We thank you and salute you. I ask now the captains of the two teams to come to center ice for a ceremonial puck drop. Please stand for the singing of our national anthem.
And welcome back one and all to the Al McGuinness Sports Center here in Port Hood, Cape Breton. In this contest between the Cape Breton West Islanders and the March and Milko Hunters. The following is a presentation of the U18 Nova Scotia Major Hockey League in partnership with High Button Sports. I'm your host, Brendan Maloney, for this contest as we get underway for a great night of hockey here at the community barn here in Port Hood. Both teams enter this contest with a 1-4 in their last 5 record. Cape Breton's last win came over the Tri-Pen Osprey at the East Coast Ice Jam. And the last win for March and Milko Hunters came on January 4th, a 10-4 win against South Shore Mustangs. Both are neck and neck in the standings. And we are underway here. Right away, the Hunters off, and a quick shot is blockered aside by Leo Florence, who gets the start and goal for the Islanders. A quick shot, another one off the side of the goal there. So a quick start here in the offensive zone for the Hunters. They look to get on the attack, and a goal. A shot that's blocked in front. Another chance on the point. Gives a drive and glove down in front. It's still loose. And finally picked up by Sam Trenham behind his own goal. So the Hunters looking to catch the Islanders sleeping here right off the opening hop. A quick drive by Gibbs, once again steered aside by the defense as they look to clear the puck. Good work in the offensive zone to start things off here by the Hunters. As that's cleared out to neutral ice. They pick it up once again. Worked on the near side to Gibbs. Gibbs fires into the zone. He gets a line change for himself. Good hard forecheck here by the Marchand Milko Hunters out of Cole Harbour region. Nice move there by Colby Fleet. Finds McDonald. McDonald trying to find Hunter McDonald. That was Aiden to Hunter, that was. As Fleet steps in. Quick shot, and that one deflected into the ceiling beam for a stoppage in play. This first period brought to you by Superline Fuels. Worry-free home heating, oil and propane, delivered proudly by local experts. Comforting your family is our priority at Superline Fuels. Face off in the offensive zone. Aiden McDonald tries to win that back. And that was a win for the Hunters there. Trying to get it out of the zone here on the point. That drive is deflected by McDonald, Hook Shorst onto the goal. Pardon me, it was McDonald. I was mixing up my number 16s and 15s there. Move back in the corner. Fleet trying to get a hold of that. Taken by Worth now. Worth chips it. A lob play to Bellevaux. Unable to corral that. It's fired back in the zone as Fleet makes chase. Onto the goal and covered by O'Shaughnessy. Colby O'Shaughnessy gets the start and goal tonight for the Cole Harbour Hunters. The Marchand Milko Hunters are in 6th place in the league with a record of 7-21-0, while the Islanders are just ahead of them in 5th place with a record of 12-16-1. At this stage of the season, both teams are getting geared up for the final race towards the playoffs, or the most exciting time of year coming up. Matchups not yet cemented in total, as still a couple of points to be had for the rest of the season for both these teams as they try to get a couple of wins, string together a couple of wins, get some momentum for themselves going into the playoffs. As that one taken away by Cole Harbour. Out they come again. Boudreau moving out. Boudreau down the wing. Tries to slide it up front. A quick shot towards the goal was deflected aside. Picked up here by McCackern. Lost it. Urquhart tried to move it in. Picked up by Davidson now. Backhand feed across to McGinnis. He's slashed and knocked down to the ice. Hard check on McCackern on the wall. Moved on the near side, and the Hunters defense looks to get it out. Out to neutral ice. Ellis moves it across, and that went off a skate. There's a couple moves by Will Chisholm. Look at the moves in neutral zone. Gets in, stops up. Doing it all himself there was Will Chisholm. Jake McGinnis moves it across. Looking to re-enter the zone here. Lucas Chisholm across to Sam Trenemy. Fires it in. And Dawson Swift takes a hold of that here for the Hunters. Gibbs, near side for McKnight. Backhand feed off the wall. Chasing it down is Lucas Chisholm. He's got Kalita after him. And Kalita spinned it into the zone for McKnight to make chase. Far side. Pass ahead to Jake McGinnis. Unable to corral that. That one chopped out to neutral ice. McKnight trying to get a stick on that. Hounded by Chisholm. Gave it away to Mitchell. Mitchell across. Backhand shot. Save. Rebound is O's in front. And unable to get a shot away as it hopped over the blade of the stick in front of the net. Lucky bounce there for Leo Florence as he was out of position. Here comes Will Chisholm. Drops it off. McGinnis to drive. That one goes past the glove hand side. McNeil trying to keep it in for the Islanders. Worked out for Kalita. Trying to chip it past McGinnis. Johnny McGinnis in the corner for the Islanders. Sweeps it around near side for McNeil. Cooper McNeil. Off the boards. Taken by Delaney. He chips it ahead for himself as he skates it down. Up against Worth. Worth a backhand sweep into the corner. Delaney trying to get a stick on that. McNeil kicks it ahead to Delaney. Delaney a drive, and that one sailed over the glove hand side and escapes out to neutral ice. Johnny McGinnis has to chase it down for the Islanders once more. Touched up there by McDonald into the corner, so icing waved off. Worth off the backboards, finds Hawko. Near side Martin, skating out to neutral ice. Dumps it past the defense, looking to catch some sleeping was Cluett, and that's covered up by Forens for the whistle. So already Cole Harbour with 4 shots on goal so far as the Hunters look to gain the advantage in scoring opportunities early here. They have yet to capitalize on Forens. That one fired down by Ellis all the way down. And that'll be icing against the Islanders. So Cluett on the draw against Aiden McDonald. Cluett wins the draw back. Hum rips a shot. Pad save by Forrence onto the wall. Boudreau turns. Back into it onto the point. Back down low it goes. Cycle play started here for the Hunters. Off the boards. Hum can't hold the line. Here comes McDonald looking to break free. Aiden McDonald steps aside and he gets hauled down to the ice. Hard check in the corner. The Islanders on the forecheck now. And Hems and Haas from the Cole Harbour bench on that play. McDonald in the corner. Wraparound shot. It's stopped and held by O'Shaughnessy. As some gamesmanship gets started early here as Hookshores gets in the grill of the Merchant Milco Hunters defense after that whistle. And the mind games are starting early here. Colby Fleet on the draw in the offensive zone. Off the tie-up, tries to get a shot away. He was deflected away to Beliveau. Beliveau gets stick checked. Hunter McDonald back to Trenum. Trenum outlet play. Ludi picks that up. Swift across to Gibbs. Gibbs outlet play. Nice pass ahead to Baldwin. Baldwin moves wide, steps into the zone as they tag up for the offside. Lucas Chisholm firing it around. Onto the point. Drive from distance and a pad save off the deflection. Tough stop to make there. Reactionary save for Forrence. Another shot towards goal. Bruce in front. Baldwin trying to gain a step here. Backhands to the side for Ludi, unable to pull the trigger. As it's picked up by Trenum now. He puts it out to neutral ice. Here comes Lex Watt down the wing. Chipping it past the defense and chasing it down. Wrapped around on the far side. Held at the line. Quick shot in front of the net. Lead pass ahead. Could be a break. Here comes Baldwin in. A shot save. Made point blank by Forrence on that breakaway chance for Baldwin. That was the best chance so far for the Hunters. Near side, Lex Watt. Moves wide, dumps into the zone. It's his work behind the goal. Boudreau. Spin move and he chips it ahead to Urquhart. Urquhart down the wing. Shoots. That one sailed over the goal. Far side picked up by McNeil. Looking to work it out. Knocked off by Davidson. He gets checked hard and knocked to the ice. McNeil trying to find Ellis. Ellis has to backtrack here as he's hounded by Urquhart. Ellis behind the goal. Far side, nice chip play there. Moved on the near side to Hookshores. Lance Hookshores lowers the shoulder to protect the puck. Spins and finds Davidson. Davidson sweeping it out to the side. McCackern chasing it down. He sweeps it towards the goal. That goes wide. Not much time and space in the offensive zone here for the Islanders. Is good positioning defensively here for the Hunters, trying to take away the high percentage scoring opportunities. But here comes Davidson working in. Drops it off. And unable to pull the trigger there was McCackern. Kicked out into the stands for a stoppage in play. As we'll go back to neutral ice for this draw. Kieran McDonald taking the draw here. Up against Mitchell. He wins it and looks like there was an interference call on the play here. And Kieran McDonald gets into the mix with McKnight after the whistle. But it's Will Chisholm who's going to go to the box here for the first power play of the game. It's going to go to Cole Harbour as they're going to have the power play here. This power play brought to you by Ideal Concrete. And so the Merchant Milco Hunters will be having the man advantage for 2 minutes on the clock here. The chance to open the scoring here in the first. Taking off the draw on the point to Baldwin. Baldwin moves it across. Right side to Swift. Swift saucer pass to Cluett. Cluett steps in, waits and shoots, and he hit the mask of Leo Forrence. Onto the point, Baldwin again. Steps in, slides it across to Cluett. A drive, blocker save by Forrence. Fired there by Chisholm around the boards. Still kept alive by Swift, trying to move it into the corner. Fired out and finally escapes to neutral ice. Giveaway here. Here comes McGinnis down the wing. McGinnis a shot. Save made. And he gets checked into the wall for good measure. McDonald knocked off the puck as Martin escapes. Martin dumps it in for a soft area pass for Baldwin. He has to chase it down. Physical play already getting underway here in the first. Martin behind the goal, trying to slide it to Baldwin. Gibbs gets checked. Cluett on the point. Wraps it around for the cycle. McNeil trying to get a stick on that. Fires it down the ice, and the Islanders kill some time on the penalty. Just under a minute remaining in the power play for the Hunters. Cluett stops up. Waits for a passing option here. Banks it off the boards. Martin moves it into the corner as it's chased down by Ludi. Up against McCackern. McCackern. A couple of hard checks in the corner for McCackern. Battling hard in there. Off the boards again to the point. Hawko moves wide. Moves down below the goal line and behind the net. Trying to center it out front, and that was blocked by McCackern on defensively. Islanders looking to clear here. They're unable to gain possession. Finally taken by Ellis. Ellis fired off the glass, and a good bounce for the Islanders there as it hit the stanchion and escaped Hawko as he has to backtrack in his own zone. Hawko surveys his options, looking for a passing lane here. Fires it across, right-hand side for Ludi. Moved across, Urquhart a drive, and that's off the blocker of Forensen wide. Trenham gets a hold. Pass ahead to McDonald, trying to chip it past the defense. Here comes Hunter McDonald. Lost the handle of the puck. As Trenham holds the line, fires it into the corner. McDonald got a stick on that, and he chases it down. Fleet a drive, that one blocked. Hawko off the glass. Bobbles down in for neutral ice. Morris turns. They tag up for the offside, but now the Islanders with possession. Sam Trenham chipped in by Colby Fleet. They chase it down. Hum gets a hold of that. Far side. Out to neutral ice. Stopped up there by McGinnis. And now the Hunters reset. Trying to sweep it through. Fleet intercepts. Trying to slide it near far side for McDonald. He tries to touch play there for Fleet, but it was intercepted by the defense of the Hunters. As they're back in their own zone as Boudreau retrieves that. Boudreau near side for Hum. Across. Morris kicks it ahead. Here comes a chance for Boudreau. Looking to center. Wrapped around off the official's leg, it looked like, and it's taken up by McGinnis now. Near side for Fleet, intercepted by Hum. And he dumps it back in for the Hunters to make a line change here as Florence plays the puck off the wall. Touched up by Davidson, he finds Watt. Lex Watt through neutral ice. Moves wide, and that's going to be whistled down on the offside. As McDonald was a step ahead of the play. And we will stop for the TV timeout here, folks. Thank you for one of our sponsors.
Today's game is fueled by Some Good, the clean, natural hydration shots trusted by athletes across Atlantic Canada. Packed with unfiltered apple cider, electrolytes, and no artificial junk, Some Good keeps you hydrated the right way, whether you're on the ice, in the gym, or cheering from the stands. It tastes unreal, it's good for you, and it supports local. Grab a Some Good and feel the difference. Hydration made simple, performance made better. Today's game is fueled by Some Good, the clean, natural hydration shots trusted by athletes across Atlantic Canada. Packed with unfiltered apple cider, electrolytes, and no artificial junk.
Face off in neutral ice. Islanders win it back to Ellis and fire it into the zone off a stick. As O'Shaughnessy moves it aside. Islanders are going to establish a forecheck here, unable to do so. It has to backtrack out to neutral ice again as Watt takes a hold of that. Trying to make a move. He's hit hard in neutral ice by Mitchell and knocked down. Davidson off the backboards. Finds McCackern. Near side for Watt. Out to Hawko now. Looking for an outlet pass. Davidson fires that. Making near side. Stopped up by Mitchell. Mitchell Can't get it past the Islanders defense. McKnight gains a step. Here's McKnight moving in. Shot. Save made by Forrest, and he covers it up. And an aggressive play in the blue paint takes exception by McCackern as the crowd gathers in the corner. And the Islanders defense taking exception to that aggression by Porter Kalita. Face off in the offensive zone for the Hunters. Cluett on the draw. On the tie-up. Ripped around by Chisholm on the far side as Will Chisholm now tries to clear. Backhand shot. A hard check there again in the neutral ice. Both teams trading body checks here early. That one in the corner. Lucas Chisholm on it. Trenum. Nice move by Trenum in his own zone. McDonald tries to sweep that ahead. Kieran McDonald chases it down the corner. Gibbs is there first, trying to sweep it off the wall. That one picked up, moved ahead to Morris. Here come the Hunters. Morris dangling through. Another nice move, trying to sweep it out front. That one picked up by Chisholm. Trenum off the backboards, finds Chisholm. Lucas Chisholm up the wall. Taken away by Swift. He gets checked in the process. Takes exception to that. Will Chisholm trying to make a move. Can't escape the defensive clutches there. As Morris trying to move it ahead. Intercepted by McNeil. Chops it for Will Chisholm down the wing. Chisholm trying to center the pass and run the backhand shot off the goal post. That was Aiden McDonald in tight there. Morris, far side corner. He gets checked. Onto the point, McGinnis a drive. He just dumps into the corner to continue the cycle here as McDonald gets after it. Back for Delaney. Delaney. On low for Hookshorst. Back to Hookshorst. Nice couple moves. Tries to drop it off in the cycle again. On the point, McGinnis. Shot from distance all the way through and wide as McNeil gets a hold of it. McNeil skates free, shoots, he scores! What a shot! Cooper McNeil rips it top corner on O'Shaughnessy, and the Islanders open the scoring here in the first period of play. Cooper McNeil on the board here with a wicked wrist shot, top shelf, as McCackern comes in now. Off the glass, doesn't escape. Near side, Beliveau. Backhand feed off the glass. Chipped ahead. Hawko gains possession. Outlet all the way down, and that's going to be an icing call here. Oh, it won't be, excuse me, it's called off. My mistake is a pass in front and loose there, and unable to corral that. Ellis. Delaney. Baldwin. Trying to move ahead. Picked up by McDonald now. Beliveau tried to intercept that. Taken by Hookshorst. He gets checked on the way through by Hawko, but he got it deep. And makes the play to get for a line change for his group. Outlet play. Here come the Hunters the other way. Baldwin holds on and shoots, and that's blocked into the netting by Forrest. Jack Baldwin leads the March and Milko Hunters in points this season with 24 in 26 games played. 10 goals and 14 assists for him on the season. It's always a danger in the offensive zone. Taken off the draw, fired by the Islanders defense. McDonald picks it up. Hunter McDonald down the wing. To the back end, Rab feet in front looking for Davidson, and he was interfered with in front by Gibbs. No call came there as Trenum fires it in the corner. Gibbs on it. Boudreau moves down the wing, fires it, that one into the stands for a stoppage in play. Face off on neutral ice. Erica up on the draw against Fleet. Fleet wins it to McNeil. The goal scorer so far in the game for the Islanders. Saucer pass to Davidson. Davidson slips past the check and works in the corner. Knocked out the puck. McNeil, a drive from the point. That one whistled down on the offside, I believe, but McNeil is protesting it, saying he was well inside the blue line. Well, this is going all the way back down to the Islanders' end. Urquhart on the draw against Fleet in the offensive zone for Cole Harbour. McNeil fires it off the wall. Behind the net. Hunter McDonald drops it for McGinnis. Swept behind for McNeil. McNeil, outlet play, chipped into the corner by McDonald, who chases it down. Off the glass, Davison picks that up. Backhand feed in front for Fleet, unable to corral that to get a shot away. He's looking for a one-time option and caught the heel of his blade as that's fired towards the goal. Glove down by Florence for a stoppage. Face off in the offensive zone once again for the March and Milko Hunters. Mitchell on the tie-up. Wins it back to Hum as he can't hold the line there. Watt skates ahead with it now. Lex Watt down the wing. Off the boards. Picked up by Hum. Looking to clear the zone. It's taken up by Watt. Unable to get a hold of it. Fired from distance and gloved down by O'Shaughnessy for a whistle. Jack McGinnis on the draw against Mitchell in the offensive zone for the Islanders. Boudreau. Near side McKnight. Outlet for Mitchell. Mitchell moves it ahead. And that one whistled down on the offside against the Hunters. Watt moves it back near side. Picked up by Hocko off the glass. Ellis tries to get a stick on that. Ellis moving in over the line. Tries to drop it there, taken away. Hookshorst. Back down in the corner. Hocko chases it down for Cole Harbour. Spins off a check. Nice move against Watt. Tried to take the body on him. Off the far wall. Kalita trying to make a move. He gets checked and knocked to the ice by Ellis. They get in a wrestling match on the wall. Lex Watt. Play far side for Hookshorst, unable to corral that. It's taken away. Near side Hocko. Hocko fires it in the far corner and gets a line chaser himself. Chisholm. Near side McGinnis. Jake McGinnis moves it ahead for Will Chisholm. Intercepted. And Martin unable to make a play on that as it's moved far side by Lucas Chisholm, who fires into the zone for Will. As Gibbs moves it ahead. Swift near side for Martin, intercepted by Trenum. Sam Trenum moving in. Set it in front, looking for McDonald, and it went through his legs. He has to get a hold of it now, trying to center. Martin intercepts that. Nice play by McDonald. Chips it ahead for Chisholm. Will Chisholm in the corner. Trying to center it in front. That's picked off. Off the wall, picked up by Chisholm. Back into the zone, looking for the cycle for the Islanders here. Under 2 minutes to play. In the first period, centering pass in front. McDonald can't get a stick on that. Moved across. McGinnis a drive and a save made by O'Shaughnessy. Point blank as well. And some extracurriculars in front of the Hunters' goal as the gamesmanship continues here. Shots are 10-7 so far in favor of the Marcher Milco Hunters. And looks like there's a penalty being called in the play here. It's going to go against Jake McGinnis, so I didn't catch it, but it's going to be another power play for Cole Harbour here as they'll go on the Zutphen Contractors power play here with 1:50 remaining in the first, so a chance to tie things up going into that intermission. Huge opportunity here. For the Hunters. Taking off the draw onto the point. Swift across for Cluett. Cluett back for Baldwin. Baldwin for Swift. Saucer pass to Cluett. Moves wide, trying to center it for Gibbs. Unable to corral that. Another pass in front. Picked up by Baldwin again. Baldwin turns on the point. Shoots from distance all the way through. Deflected rebound chance. Steered aside by Forrence. Davidson on the wall trying to clear. And another penalty coming up on the play here. It's a slashing call. And it looks like it's going against Schaefer Gibbs. So that will nullify the power play. We'll have some 4-on-4 hockey for 1:22 here. 1:33 rather. So it'll likely last into that second period of play before the Islanders get a short power play in that second period. So some 4-on-4 hockey for the remainder of the first. One picked up by Worth. Cross to Ludi. Ludi back to Hocko.
39, Jake McGinnis, 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. Time of the penalty, 18-10.
Hocko. Drops it off for Urquhart. Urquhart moving ahead for Hocko, but it's intercepted by Ellis.
Last minute of play in the first period.
McDonald finds McCacken. Gave it away. Wraparound chance. What a stop that was by Forrence with the glove and pad. Unbelievable save with just 48 seconds to go. That could have been a huge dip in the mood for the Islanders if that one went in. Here comes Hunter McDonald. Moving down 1-on-2. Dances wide. Drops it off looking for Aiden McDonald. It goes out to neutral ice. Back to Trenum. Trenum to McDonald. Back to Ellis. Ellis near side. Finds McDonald all the way through traffic. Trenum. McDonald makes a move. Steps in and shoots. Save made by O'Shaughnessy, and he covers. It's 6.5 remaining in the first. So a face-off in the offensive zone for the Islanders with 6.5 remaining. It looks like Forrence is adjusting his equipment here. I'm not sure if it's had an injury on that save or if it's an equipment issue, but either way, Forrence is on the Islanders bench now, and Jack Bell comes in relief, and looked like a play off the draw there as Cole Harbour's looking for a penalty there on that face-off play. They're not going to get it. And we'll have some updates of the goaltending issue in that second period as we go to intermission. This intermission brought to you by Ron McGilvery, Chev Buick GMC. Whether you're looking for a new or a new-to-you vehicle, Ron McGilvery, Chev Buick GMC has you covered. With a wide range of selection, amazing deals, knowledgeable and friendly staff that will get you into your dream vehicle. Visit Ron McGilvery, Chev Buick GMC, and Ron McGilvery Certified Pre-Owned Center at 75 St. Andrews Street in Antigonish, or call at 902-863-2803. That's 902-863-2803. Or shop online at rmggm.com. That's rmggm.com. The Islanders would also like to extend a thank you to Zutphen Contractors and Ideal Concrete for participating in their co-branding program. In addition to being a member of the Islanders sponsorship team, They are also sponsoring tracksuits for the 2025-2026 coaching staff and players, and also a special thank you to Nova Trophy for providing the Islanders players with staff with Islanders hoodies this season. So thank you to them as well. We'll be back shortly with the second period of play. 1-0 lead for the Islanders after the first. The Islanders and the Hunters make their way back onto the ice surface. Linesman getting the nets in place. It looks like Leo Forrest is warming up in goal, so it had to have been an equipment issue more than anything for Leo Forrest as he's back in goal for the second period. The other side, of course, it's Colby O'Shaughnessy, number 31, still in net for the March and Milko Hunters. The Hunters led the Islanders in shot totals, 11-8 in that first period of play. But the Islanders have hit pay dirt while the Hunters have yet to score with that quick snipe by Cooper McNeil back in the first period of play. And of course that highlight reel save by Leo Forrest near the close of the first. And we get things underway for the second period. Swift off the draw, moves it to Boudreau. Boudreau off the wall. Chipped into the zone. Hookshorst chases it down in his own zone. Moves it across. Sam Trenum, leading point getter on defense for the Islanders. With 19 points in 28 games played, that one cleared into the stands for stoppage and play. After the 4-on-4 hockey had expired, there's still 16 seconds remaining on the power play option for the Islanders here to start the second period of play. Brought to you by Ideal Concrete for the remainder of this power play. There's that one picked up by Watt. He tries to clear it ahead. Boudreau has to make chase here for the Hunters. Boudreau sweeps it out all the way off the glass by the sidewall. Icing waved off as he was still killing the penalty. Take it here, and now Gibbs makes his way back to the bench, and we're back to 5-on-5. Trenum looking to clear it. Off the wall, kept alive here by the Hunters. Moved across to Boudreau. A shot from distance, stick to side by Forrest. Chop shot there over the stick. And the official takes a tumble there next to the net. There comes Colby Fleet down the wing. Holds on, shoots, and that one blocked by Swift. Picked up by McNeil, a drive towards through traffic and covered by O'Shaughnessy as McNeil collided with the goaltender on the way to try to find a rebound. And looks like he's making peace with O'Shaughnessy there on that collision as his stick broke in the process. And so he has to get a new one from the bench. The face-off in the offensive zone here for the Islanders as Kieran McDonald steps up to the plate. Up against Justin Cluett, wins the draw. In the corner, McDonald. Intercepted. Hawko trying to clear. Taken by Hunter McDonald, a shot. Save made by O'Shaughnessy, and he covers it up. As McDonald's so dangerous when he gets in between near the top of those circles, he has a very quick release on his shot. It's on and off his stick in a hurry, and great job by O'Shaughnessy to step up and get up to the top of that blue paint and challenge McDonald there. Shut down most of the angle on that shot as McGinnis clears it in front. McDonald again, turning with it. Pass in front to Kieran McDonald. McGinnis a drive from distance. Oh, a hard block there by Ludi. Another shot there. Go beside, rebound chance. That goes wide. Another chance in front. Taken up by McGinnis now. Cross to McNeil on the point. McNeil shoots it from distance, patted aside by O'Shaughnessy. Beliveau trying to clear. Picked up by McDonald again. Great pressure by the Islanders. Here's McDonald. Sodding it ahead. Kieran McDonald moves to the inside. McGinnis a shot. Blocker to side into the corner. McDonald wraps it off the boards to McGinnis on the point. McDonald picks it up. Trying to slide it ahead to McNeil. There's McNeil on the point. Shoots it from distance. Blocker to side by O'Shaughnessy. McDonald again in the corner. Kieran McDonald checked by Hawko. Great pressure once again by the Islanders here to start the second. Look in the corner. On the point, McNeil. Wraps it around on the far side. As McDonald trying to get a stick on that. Aiden McDonald. On the point, McGinnis. Shoots it from distance. That one blocked. McGinnis picks it up again. Jake McGinnis tried a backhand pass. That was blocked by Worth and cleared out of the zone as Baldwin makes chase. Up against 3 Islanders. Knocked off the puck by McGinnis. Corrals it. McGinnis clearing attempt on the near side. Picked up by Boudreau. McNeil. Off the wall finds McDonald. Aiden McDonald in his own zone. Off the boards, Boudreau intercepts. Boudreau trying to clear towards the goal. McGinnis tried to sidestep a hit. Knocked off by Urquhart. Here comes Aiden McDonald down the wing. He's got Davidson hustling to the net. McDonald to Davidson in front. Save made point blank with the pad by O'Shaughnessy on that one-time feed in front by McDonald as Davidson gets in the grill of the Hunters defense, and the official takes exception to that. And the official has a chat with Davidson there. No call on the play, but the second period brought to you by West Nova Fuels, worry-free home heating, oil and propane delivered proudly by local experts. Comforting your family is our priority at West Nova Fuels. Face off in the offensive zone, Aiden McDonald on the draw, wins it back to McCackern. Cross, Ellis a drive from distance, saved by O'Shaughnessy, rebound in front, covered up as Davidson once again aggressive in the blue paint as Gibbs takes exception and Davidson in the corner, and Davidson and Gibbs size each other up in the corner as the Hunters captain took exception to number 47's aggression there to try to look for a rebound. If there's ever a player that plays with an edge, it's Ryan Davidson from Inverness. Knows how to walk the line. Occasionally crosses it, but that's part of walking the line. As Ellis moves down into the corner, that one's covered up by Florence. As now another aggressive play there by Boudreau in the blue paint, so both teams exchanging some gamesmanship here to start the second period as Watt and Boudreau exchange pleasantries here. Face off in the offensive zone for the Hunters. McDonald wins that draw, cleared off the near side wall to Davidson. Slides it to Aiden McDonald. Moving on the right wing side, McDonald moves wide, dips the shoulder, holds onto it. Trying to find Davidson. Back in off the boards to McCackern. Moved across to Ellis. Ellis from the point shot there is deflected in the corner. Swift chops at it. Here come the Hunters. Feed off the wall for Kalita. He has to chase it down against McCackern. Back into behind the goal, looking to get a cycle going here are the Hunters. Mitchell tries to get a position. Davidson. Ryan Davidson checked hard by Boudreau and knocked to the ice. Mitchell, he gets checked by Ellis and knocked down. Physical play becoming a big factor here to start the second. Watt moves in. Centering in front. Davidson unable to get a shot off there. Off the wall, Chisholm on the point, fires it towards the goal, deflected by Davidson wide. Back to Chisholm again. Good cycle again by the Islanders here. Watt, back down low for Davidson. Davidson trying to make a move and tried to center it. Aiden McDonald now. Moves to the front. Drops it off for Trenham on the point. Trenham a drive, deflected, and a great pad save there for O'Shaughnessy. Wrapped around the boards. Delaney off the bench. Into the play, he gets checked and knocked to the ice. Here comes a chance. Breakaway for Kalita in alone. Kalita to the net, he scores! Corner Kalita ties the hockey game here in the second period with a breakaway goal. Tucking it in that 7-hole just above the pad and below the blocker. Of Leo Florence. And the Hunters tie the game at 1 here in the second. Tough call for Florence there as Kalita moved his body position into the other side of the ice, and goaltender Florence followed him there, and the puck was still on the other side, and he chipped it, gaining that angle. It's such an elusive play as you want to follow the movement. The player as a goaltender, that's a common move you see. still hard to read. Because once you get moving as a goaltender on that ice surface, it's so slippery. You start moving across. The next thing you know, the puck is going against the grain on the other side, and you don't have the angle cut off in the way that you wanted it to when you started following. And great smart play there by Porter Kalita to tie the game. Jack McGinnis on the draw. Trying to win it back to Hookshorst, unable to corral it. Hawko moves it across. Worth with a lead pass, tipped in the zone by Hawko. So no icing called there. A hard check there. Morris goes down awkwardly. Another hard collision there. And that one's going to be called here as the Hunters player is shaken up on the play there. And it's a roughing call. It's going to go against Cooper McNeil here. So Cooper McNeil going to the box for roughing. And this will be a Hunters power play brought to you by Zutphen Contractors. It's their third power play of the game, and they look to take the lead here on the man advantage. Off the glass and out by Jonah Ellis all the way down the ice. Chisholm hard on the forecheck trying to catch O'Shaughnessy in a bind there as that's turned by Baldwin. Moved across to Gibbs. Gibbs near side for Baldwin. Baldwin skating in, moves wide. Listen forced to play, drops it off on the point. Swift, touch play ahead. Cluett a drive, that sails over the blocker side. Fired down the ice. Stopped up by Baldwin. 8 feet ahead. Cluett in the zone, slides it across to Martin. There'll be a chance here. Martin across. Baldwin. Another feed in front. Unable to pull the trigger there. Was Gibbs in front of the net. Back to Swift on the point. Swift has to move it out to neutral ice now as Cluett resets, and that one hit the ceiling beam once more for a stoppage. We go to neutral ice for this next draw. Minute 9 remaining in the Cole Harbour power play, brought to you by Zutphen Contractors. That one, draw one back to Trenham, moves it out ahead. 8 feet there, and that one's going to be an offside against the Hunters. So we'll reset for neutral ice for this draw. Off the draw, Islanders gain possession hard. Shot there off the official. He nurses that calf as that's a hard block. Ludi stepping in, shoots, pad, save, Forens onto the wall. Urquhart. These officials really sacrifice a lot in the game. They can get in the way of pucks not momentarily. They try to stay out of the way, but once in a while you get one. It can really hurt sometimes as officials have a lot less equipment with which to protect themselves than the players. As Hawko's stick is shattered on him and he has to go retrieve another one from the bench. He's going to go off for a change instead. It's moved across once more. Cole Harbour on the attack still. Moved across to Urquhart. Urquhart shoots. That one blocked by Hookshore, sacrificing the body. Penalty has expired. We're back to even strength. Here's a chance for Boudreau. A drive save made by Forens. Into the corner it goes. Boudreau knocked to the ice by Trenham. Trenham sweeps it. Chipped ahead by McGinnis. Picked up by Ludi. Ludi on the near side. Fires into the zone. Takes a hit to make the play and gets it in deep. Sam Trenham drops it off for Lucas Chisholm. Number 5. The Islanders moves it ahead to Jake McGinnis, who tries to find Hookshorst in stride, but it's just ahead of him. That one dumped into the corner. Trenham on it. He gets checked. Hookshorst gained possession. Backhands it off the wall to find Hunter McDonald, who skates out with it now. Hunter McDonald moves wide. He gets checked. Stays on his feet though somehow, and look at that hit by Hunter McDonald. Goodness gracious. Gutsy effort by number 15 in the corner there as McGinnis tries to get it deep. McDonald trying to get a stick on that. It's moved over on the far side. McNeil on the wall trying to clear it ahead and keep it alive for the Islanders, unable to do so. Back in the corner, Worth picks it up here for the Hunters. Banked off the wall to Urquhart. Great play. Urquhart moving wide. Shoots it off the goal post. Hit the outside of the post on that shot. Trying to pick the short side corner against Florence. Ball trying to get a stick on that. Cleared but not out. It's picked up by Hunter McDonald once again. Oh, a dangerous pass by McDonald, and Baldwin could have been in alone there. Florence covers that one up quickly. And the official finally bringing in that broken stick. Off the draw, Ellis chasing it down against McKnight. Hard check on McKnight on the glass there by Ellis. Swift shoots it loose in front. Ellis trying to get a stick on that. Taken by Davidson, cleared off the glass and out to neutralize. Picked up by Aiden McDonald. Moving one-on-one. Checked by Gibbs. Off the boards, Davidson. McDonald spins, holds onto it, drops it off of McCacken to drive towards the goal. Davidson trying to get a deflection on goal there. Watt intercepted there by Davidson rather. On near side, having to chase it down is McCacken. Off the glass and back down the ice. Austin Swift off the glass. Picked up here by Mitchell. Here comes Mitchell on the left wing side. Shot there, patted aside by Florence. Back around the boards. Ellis has to chase it down the corner against Kalita. Aiden McDonald off the glass and into the netting for a stoppage in play. And we will go to a TV timeout here for a message from one of our sponsors.
Today's game is fueled by Some Good, the clean, natural hydration shots trusted by athletes across Atlantic Canada. Packed with unfiltered apple cider, electrolytes, and no artificial junk, Some Good keeps you hydrated the right way, whether you're on the ice, in the gym, or cheering from the stands. It tastes unreal, it's good for you, and it supports local. Grab a Some Good and feel the difference. Hydration made simple, performance made better. Today's game is fueled by Some Good, the clean, natural hydration shots trusted by athletes across Atlantic Canada. Packed with unfiltered apple cider, electrolytes, and no artificial junk, Some Good keeps you hydrated the right way, whether you're on the ice, in the gym, or cheering from the stands. It tastes unreal, it's good for you, and it supports local. Grab a Some Good and feel the difference. Hydration made simple, performance made better.
And we're back for this face-off in the offensive zone for the Hunters. Off the tie-up, trying to get a hold of that was Morris. Martin into the corner. Klua chases it down against Chisholm. Chisholm chops at it. Will Chisholm gets it to Jack McGinnis across for Colby Fleet. He chases it down. Fleet in the corner. Taken away by Martin. Trenham gains possession, fires it back into the zone. O'Shaughnessy stops it behind the goal. Finds Boudreau. Boudreau off the backboards. Not the best bounce that they wanted there. If you're the Hunters, is still on the attack. The Islanders now has moved in. Wraparound chance in front, save made. Rebound chance cleared to the point, but not out. Lucas Chisholm holds the line. Drops it down low for for Fleet. Far side for Will Chisholm. McGinnis in the corner. He gets checked. Chisholm chases down in the near corner. Will Chisholm helping him out. Far side, Trenham trying to pinch there. And it escapes after neutralizes. Fleet fires it back in the zone. Hard outlet off the near side wall. Moved ahead, great pass, moved ahead, shot there, save made. Florence is down, another shot, that one fanned on. Unbelievable sequence there. Close call for Leo Florence, it was floundering in goal. And bad puck luck for the Hunters there as they had 2 or 3 whacks at it with Florence down and couldn't get a handle on the puck to get it towards the goal.
3-1-2. That's 0-8-3-1-2.
Face off in the offensive zone here for the Hunters. Taken away. Baldwin trying to make a move. Knocked off the puck. Will Chisholm moves it ahead for Delaney. Matthew Delaney on the far side. Picked off by Belleville. Ludi with it now. Ludi, nice move to the inside. Breaks free. Ludi to the goal. Shot save made with the glove by Florence. And some extracurriculars to boot here. What action here in the second period of play. And both these teams are neck and neck in the standings, you'll remember, as both teams at this stage, all the teams in the league want a good couple of wins strung together to get momentum going into playoffs, as that's on the point. Worth spun in front, and that one fired down off the far wall as Hawko moves it near side for Worth. Worth for Ludi, chips it ahead, taken by McGinnis now. McGinnis to neutralize, hook shores. Ahead for McGinnis. McGinnis to McDonald. Kieran McDonald, and knocked down to the ice hard by Worth. Here comes McDonald back to his feet, trying to make a move. Chopped at by McGinnis towards the goal, and that one covered. And McDonald with a check after the whistle there, and he's going to be called for that likely. As the Hunters take exception to that play as a result of a collision with O'Shaughnessy on the check. So, coincidental minors on both sides on that play. And so we'll just have 5-on-5 here as Worth goes to the box as well. So we're in for quite a tilt for the remainder of this one, folks. Aiden McDonald on the draw. Boudreau trying to get a stick on that. Gibbs off the backboards. Urquhart. Down to neutral ice. A foot race for it. Here's Boudreau, tries to work ahead. Gets a hold of it. Boudreau on a backhand shot goes wide. Boudreau in the corner. Up on the point, trying to move it ahead. Gibbs chases it down against Ellis. McCacken. Outlet play looking for McGinnis. Trying to sidestep to the defense here as they work in. McGinnis to the front, and McDonald tipped that wide. McCacken wraps it around for a cycle play. Out to neutral ice, a little run and gun phase here in the second period of play. Both teams playing high risk, high reward hockey as Boudreau, his mask had come off. And play. And a discussion with the official here, explaining his call to the frustrated Urquhart. Aiden McDonald on the draw. Hum trying to gain possession there. McDonald takes a hit from Hum, but he got the better of him on there. McGinnis knocked hard to the ice there. Held to the line by Trenum. Stick check. Hill holds on to it, fires towards the goal, and O'Shaughnessy with the save. Off the draw, whipped shot there by McGinnis, goes wide. Down low for Hunter McDonald. Pass in front of bank play. That resulted. Taken out and chipped ahead by Porter Kalita. He's got the lone goal so far for the Hunters. That one knocked out of midair, picked up by McKnight. McKnight a shot, blocked in front by Chisholm. Still trying to get it towards the goal. Good forechecking effort here. Unable to get the shot away. Lex Watt. He gets checked. And taken by Hum now. Hunter drops it off. Watt intercepts and slides it off the wall. Not out. Held at the line by McKnight. He chips into the corner for Kalita. Kalita shoots it in front. Onto the point. Here's a shot by Hum towards the goal. That one deflected wide by Mitchell. Near side, Chisholm. Lucas Chisholm finds Hunter McDonald. Here comes McDonald across for Trenum. Trenum flips it into the zone and gets a line change. Knocked off the near side wall, picked up by Kalita. Porter Kalita dumps it into the glass and hit the official there. John Hugh McGinnis. Nice shimmy and shake there in his own defensive end as it's chipped in by Watt on the clear by McGinnis. Hawko off the board to Swift. McGinnis on the point, moves it ahead, shot by Fleet is blocked. Blocker to side rather than a rebound, they score! Rebound found its way through the wickets on the shot by Lex Watt. And the Islanders take the lead again here in the second. Well, the first shot was stopped on the blocker by O'Shaughnessy, but the rebound put home. And the Islanders take the lead here in the second. Intercepted by Watt. Trying to make a move, knocked off by Morris. As the Islanders continue on the forecheck here. They're on the boards. Ellis trying to hold the line, unable to do so. He has to collect himself here as he fires it off the far side wall. Fleet picks it up. A PK Subban style beasting hit there on Morris. Not as Richter scale was the one that was on Brad Marchand all those many seasons ago in the NHL, but you always like a tribute, don't you? That one taken here by Ellis. Ellis near side for Davidson. Davidson slides it for Fleet. Fleet turns, holds on the back end. In behind the goal. Feet in front, here's McCacker to drive. Glove, save O'Shaughnessy. And he holds on for the whistle. We'll face off in the offensive zone here for the Islanders. Lance Hookshorst stepping up to the plate. He's up against Jack Baldwin. Baldwin wins the draw to Hum, fired around the far side wall. Boudreau trying to chip it past the defense. Trenum can't hold the line. Here's Baldwin down the wing. Jack Baldwin moves the outside. Checked hard into the wall. Holds it on though and tries to kick it ahead. Outlet play for Beliveau. Hops over his stick. Takes a hold of it and shoots into the corner for Ludi. Baldwin on it as well. Jack Baldwin on the back end. Off the boards to Hum. Hum whiffed on that shot. Finds Baldwin on the attempt there. A shot there through the traffic and patted aside by Florence. Intercepted on the point. Great play. But moved ahead here to Chisholm. Leads for McGinnis a shot. And that one off a stick into the netting for another stoppage.
Tonight's 50-50 winner is Lindsay LaCourse from Port Hood and takes home $335.
Face-off taking place to the right of the goaltender, Colby O'Shaughnessy. Hookshore steps up to the plate against Urquhart. Jumping up is Urquhart. See if he can get in front. Knocked off by McGinnis. McGinnis lead feed for Will Chisholm. And a great active stick there by Hocko. Hocko and Chisholm come together in the corner. Hookshores. Chisholm in front. One-time shot and a save. Rebound for McGinnis. He can't corral it. Taken on the point by McNeil. Across from McGinnis. John Hugh McGinnis, a shot. Through traffic is blocked and dove on there by O'Shaughnessy for the whistle. And a stoppage in play as some extracurriculars in front as McGinnis gets into the grill of Hocko. And gets a talking to from the official on that one. Colby Fleet on the draw against Cluett. Cluett in the corner for Worth. Davidson hustles after and gets a hold. Off the wall, McGinnis trying to hold the line. Gets it deep for Delaney. Delaney battling free is Davidson. Sweeps it around for Fleet. Colby Fleet in the corner. He gets knocked down to the ice. Foster pass for Worth. Near side, Morris chips out ahead. McNeil chasing it down for the Islanders. Up against Cluett. Battling in the corner. That one cleared out to neutral ice and taken here by Swift. Austin Swift moves it ahead, chipped into the zone. And McGinnis makes chase to the Islanders. Shooting pass in front of shot off the goal post. And covered by Forens, and a couple extracurriculars in front of the net once again here. As the officials step in to try to settle things down here. Mitchell on the draw in the offensive zone. McCacken across for McGinnis trying to clear. Intercepted by Kalita. Poor Kalita shoots it, deflected wide. Another shot from distance, that goes wide as well. Ellis on a hold of it. Intercepted, here's Mitchell trying to dance free. Can't get a hold of that puck. Ellis feeds it for McDonald. Islanders heading into their own zone here as Cole Herbert goes to work on the forecheck. Finally out to neutral ice. McDonald chasing it down on the forecheck. Taken here by Swift now. Dawson Swift, lead feet ahead for Gibbs. He's over the line. Kalita back to Gibbs. Gibbs, a one-time shot. He fanned on it. Ellis. Taken here by Aiden McDonald. Aiden McDonald, one-on-one. Shot there through traffic, and that was deflected by Swift into the corner. Trying to jump up on it was McCacken. He gets caught here. It could be a 2-on-1. Ed to Kalita. Kalita drive blocked by Ellis into the corner. A back check there by number 22. Here comes McGinnis. Jake McGinnis got McDonald with him. Dumps it into the corner and gets a line chase for his group. They're going to catch him sleeping. Watt with a body check there. Unable to get the puck though on that play. Urquhart. Just 20 seconds left to go in the period. Near corner Boudreau. Picked up by Kieran McDonald. Chips into the corner. Just 10 seconds to go in the period. Will Chisholm. Moves it ahead to Watt. Can they get one more shot at the horn here? Battling in the corner here at the horn. And some fighting happening in the corner here at the close of the second. As things getting quite out of hand here as the second frame comes to a close. As there's quite a few players on top of each other here throwing shots. And the officials quick to break it up. Likely some penalties on the play here. And the fans getting rowdy as well here. And so quite an end to that second period here, folks. And another couple of shots there for Will Chisholm, so there might be some players getting tossed from the game here. As Peyton Boudreau is likely getting tossed. And Will Chisholm with some pleasantries exchanged for him. And Boudreau has to leave the ice surface first here as he gets ejected from the game. And the officials calling for the players to leave the ice surface here to get the Zamboni on. So quite an end to that second, folks. We'll be in for quite a tilt in the third period of play. This second intermission brought to you by Ron McGilvery, Chev Buick GMC. Whether you're looking for a new or a new-to-you vehicle, Ron McGilvery, Chev Buick GMC has you covered. With a wide range of selection, amazing deals, knowledgeable and friendly staff that will get you into your dream vehicle. Visit Ron McGilvery, Chev Buick GMC and Ron McGilvery Certified Pre-Owned Center at 75 St. Andrews Street in Antigonish, or call at 902-863-2803. That's 902-863-2803. Or shop online at rmggm.com. That's rmggm.com. The Islanders would also like to extend a thank you to Zeppelin Contractors and Ideal Concrete for participating in their co-branding program. In addition to being a member of the Islanders sponsorship team, they'll also be sponsoring tracksuits for the 2025-2026 coaching staff and players, and also a special thank you to Nova Trophy for providing the Islanders players and staff with Islanders hoodies this season. So thank you to them as well. We'll be back shortly. 2-1 lead for the Islanders heading into that third period of play after this short intermission break. And the Islanders and the Hunters make their way back onto the ice surface for this, the third period of play. And after a rock'em sock'em end to that second period, we're sure to be in for a barn burner here to close the show. And by the look of things in this game, who knows that overtime will be needed or what will happen. You just never know in a game like this. But to start the period, the Islanders have the lead at a 1-goal advantage, at a 2-1 lead over the Hunters. So the blood is certainly pumping on both sides after that end of that second period of play. And there are 3 players in the box for the Hunters and 2 players in the box for the Islanders to start this period. The Islanders will have an advantage on the power play to start this third period. This one brought to you by Zutphen Contractors. So we'll start the period on the power play. Off the draw, Boudreau gains possession. Off the backboard, or the side wall to Gibbs and across to Swift. Dawson Swift fires it down the ice to kill some time to start things off in the third. Florence, diversion there. As that one dropped off by Ellis. Here comes Hunter McDonald. Steps in, Hunter McDonald moves wide, tries to drop it off. Finds McGinnis across to Ellis. Ellis on the point. Sends it to McDonald to drive, he scores! Hunter McDonald with a ripper, low glove hand side. Extends the Islanders' lead to 2 here at the start of the third period. The power play marker. And so that'll give the Islanders some confidence and a slight bit of breathing room, but as they say, a 2-goal lead is the worst lead in hockey, as it can slip away from you just like that. So look for the Islanders to try to tighten things up and extend that lead if they can. And look for the Hunters to waste no time in putting up a fight of their own here in the third to try to bounce back and trim that 2-goal lead down to 1 again. Of course, there's still plenty of hockey left to play. We're only 59 seconds into this third period. Fired off the far side wall. Picked up by Martin. Soft area pass for Morris. Morris getting in the corner against Lucas Chisholm. Hookshort's there to help him out. Puck is loose here and Martin pounces on it. Off the wall to Hocko. Hocko a drive blocked by Delaney. Back onto the point, intercepted by Ryan Davidson as he comes out with it now. Chips it past the defense and skates it down into the corner. Davidson. Well, to gain a step, moves it ahead to Delaney. Delaney. McNeil. Unable to corral that, he lost the handle. Here comes Martin up the wing. Moving wide, Martin. Centering pass across to Morris, unable to get a shot away. McNeil off the glass behind the goal. As Delaney moves that ahead. Swung across on the far side, picked up by Morris. Morris skates to neutral ice. Dangles. And is taken away by Davidson. Ryan Davidson. Crisp pass ahead to Fleet. Colby Fleet in stride. Shoots it through traffic and over the goal. Swung back into the corner for the forechecking effort of Colby Fleet. Off the wall trying to send Baldwin. It's all the way down. Icing waved off as Baldwin gets on the attack. Up behind the goal, Ellis gains possession. Out to neutral ice. They're going to gain a step as Kieran McDonald after it. Kieran McDonald. And unable to get past the defense. Gibbs trying to center in front. Picked up by Ludi. Intercepted. Here comes Fleet. Colby Fleet drops it off to Ellis on the point. Moves in the phone booth there on the point area. Down in the corner for Kieran McDonald. Taken by Fleet. That's a second bee sting hit of the game. And that one tossed into the stands by Gibbs as Fleet rips Gibbs' helmet off, and Fleet is going to take a penalty for that. And so Colby Fleet goes to the box here. And certainly not the best penalty to take, just ripping the helmet of Captain Schaefer Gibbs as he adjusts himself. Some discussions with the officials and the coaching staff for the Cole Harbour Hunters as well as the Islanders at the other side here, trying to settle their players down as things were already more than chippy at the end of that second period, and it's extended into the third here. Puck chopped at in the corner, picked up here by Lucas Chisholm. Fires it hard off the glass and out and down the ice. Turned around, Gibbs chasing it down in the corner. Up against Delaney. Schaefer Gibbs turns. Finds Swift. Dawson Swift, lead ahead. Taken by McNeil. McNeil turns and rips it down the ice all the way down. Kills some time in the penalty. Hook short, short-handed. Shoots it from a sharp angle, stopped by O'Shaughnessy. Plays the puck to Baldwin. Baldwin drops it off for Gibbs. Gibbs, near side for Swift. Swift an outlet play looking for Cluett to spring him in a step, and that's fired down the ice again by the Islanders to kill some more time. Dawson Swift on the near side wall. Intercepted by Hookshaw's lead pass to McGinnis. McGinnis shoots, and that one over the net. And it's stuck on the back of the net, so a stoppage in play here, whistled down. So Colby Fleet's penalty was a double minor. There's still 2:57 remaining on that penalty. Aiden McDonald on the draw. Shoots it off the draw, and that's a good blocker save there for O'Shaughnessy. Tried to be quick on that one. McDonald won the attack right away on the short-handed bid. Hawko. Once again, this power play brought to you by Ideal Concrete, as that's moved ahead in stride by Ludi into the corner. Morris on it. Taking on the point. Moved across to Urquhart. Shot from distance, blocked by Ellis, and fired down the ice for the Islanders' kill. 2:20 remaining on the power play. Moved out to neutral ice, chipped in there by Belleville. Lucas Chisholm. Taking away, pass onto the point, moved across to Hawko. Hawko shoots, blocker aside by Forens. Back into the corner it goes. Morris centering it in front. McDonald intercepts that. Hunter McDonald got the third goal for the Islanders. Trying to clear it, gets evidence blocked in at the point. Moved across to Urquhart. Sidesteps and shoots, and that went into the netting for a stoppage. Once again, this power play brought to you by Ideal Concrete. The Islanders have killed the first half of the double minor off. There's still a minute 39 remaining in power play time for the Hunters to go to work. A shot off the draw and a glove save made by Forens. Quick with the glove there. Justin Cluett on the draw for Cole Harbour. Wins it back. Gibbs to Swift. Swift a shot. Glove save again for Forens. His glove's been hot this game. Makes another one. Shots are 27-24 in favor of the Hunters so far in this game. So pretty neck and neck in shots, but So far the Hunters only able to beat Florence once in this game. Dawson Swift. Near side for Cluett. Justin Cluett protects the puck, skates into the zone on his off wing. Cluett drops it off. Picked up here. Chance moved across near side for Swift. Chops at it. Blocked by McNeil. McNeil can't clear. Martin at possession. Across to Cluett. Cluett skates free and shoots. Blocked by McDonald, and painfully so. Hunter McDonald sacrificing the body there. Still in play. Cluett. Moved across, one-time drive, and that one sails over the net and into the netting for a stoppage in play. Face off in the offensive zone once again on this power play, brought to you by Ideal Concrete. 55 seconds left to go in the advantage for Cole Harbour as that one moved in front of the net. Kieran McDonald on the puck. Moved across far side as Hocko has to chase that down. The Hunters looking to gain a clean zone entry here. The power play is slowly ticking away as that one out to Hocko. Hocko has to reset here as he turns with it. Noah Hocko. This little head fake as he comes through neutral ice. Stops up. Doesn't see a path and decision here. He finally fires it in for a dump and chase. Far side for Belleville. Just 14 seconds left to go in the power play. Morris. Backhand shot stopped by Florence. He covers it for a whistle. Just 6 seconds left to go in the penalty kill for the Islanders. Mitchell on the draw for the Hunters. Taken by Chisholm off the wall, and that one's into the netting as well. Mitchell on the draw against Hookshores. Hookshores wins the draw. Rung around by Chisholm on the far side. Moved in front. Picked off there by Trenum. Sam Trenum. Far side for Delaney. Delaney near side for Hookshores in stride. Lance Hookshores moves wide. Hauled down there. Fans wanted a call on that one. They're not going to get it. It's worked on the near side for McKnight. Down it goes. Trenum chasing it down. Colita rather. In the corner against Chisholm. Delaney on the puck. Run around. Hum takes possession. He gets checked. Now for Mitchell. Mitchell. Setting in front of chance. Shot. Save made by Florence. What a stop that was. Another shot. Colita takes a drive and he gets checked hard and knocked to the ice by Fleet. Unbelievable pace to this game. Here comes Hookshores. He pass ahead for Delaney. Delaney shot, and that one sails over the goal. Mitchell. Inside play. Moved ahead by Boudreau. Boudreau skates in to the goal, and that one stopped by Florence. Hum. Moves in. Tries to dance past McNeil. Gets it ahead. McKnight a shot. It's stopped in front. Urquhart rather. Across Chisholm. Unable to clear. Boudreau drops it to Urquhart. Trying to shimmy it towards the goal as it moves out through between the circles. Watt chops at it out to neutral ice and Gibbs resets. Touch play by Hum. Moves it ahead. Boudreau trying to chip it into the zone. McNeil. Far side for Davidson. Davidson leaves it for Aiden McDonald. Here comes number 92 up the ice. Aiden McDonald trying to make a move and knocked off the puck. Boudreau skating ahead. McCacken has to wait for the tag up, so he's unable to advance the play. Ellis dumps it back into the zone as Gibbs makes chase. Gibbs in the zone end here. Move ahead to Boudreau. Joe almost lost his footing, but he fired in and out of play for a stoppage here. Face off in neutral ice. Picked up by Morris right off the draw, looking to hustle towards the goal. That one cleared out to neutral ice. Swift picks it up. Off the glass into the zone. Ellis. Jonah Ellis. Lead pass ahead. Touch play by Chisholm to McDonald in stride. Kieran McDonald tries a shot through traffic, and that went all the way to the goal. Covered up by O'Shaughnessy. Dawson Swift from behind for Gibbs. Gibbs near side for Martin. Martin. And that one's going to be whistled down on the icing call. Well, face off in the offensive zone here for the Islanders. Gibbs. Need feet ahead for Morris one-on-one. Morris knocked off the puck. Martin resets, dumps it into the zone. Forrest tries to play it. Chisholm there to help him out. Lucas Chisholm. Lead pass ahead for McGinnis and unable to get a hold of it. That's going to be an icing here against the Islanders. Islanders discussing some strategy for this face-off. Jake McGinnis with a neck guard adjustment there to start the draw. Beliveau turns. Across on the point to Hocko. Hocko a drive from distance blocked by Trenham. Trenham out of the play through neutral ice. Finds Chisholm, but he's off his stick onto the stick of Worth. Tries to spring Baldwin. Worth off to Ludi, chopping at it. Held at the line by McNeil. McNeil a drive from distance. Blocker to side. Rebound chance in front. Picked up by Ludi. Ludi in below the goal line, taken on the near side. Nice move there by Hocko. Noah Hocko. Chopped out there. Kieran McDonald dumps into the zone for Worth. Worth in the corner. Checked by Chisholm. Off the wall. Ludi trying to move it ahead. Hawk on near side for Baldwin. Baldwin skating in. Drops it off. Here's a shot blocked by Kieran McDonald. Here comes Will Chisholm up the wing. Could it be a 2-on-2 here? Lead pass for Fleet trying to chip it past the defense. Knocked down to the ice. Hard check there by McGinnis. On Worth. Shoulder to chest there. Perfect technique there by Jack McGinnis. There's Ellis. Dumping in the corner. Wraparound shot. Rebound chance in front for McGinnis. Unable to pull the trigger. On the point, Ellis. Moves wide. Holds on. Shoots. And that's blocked. Oh, a painful block there for Noah Hocko. As he's slow to get up on that one. Unbelievable. Sacrifice of the body by number 12 there. As here comes McDonald in front. Ellis to drive. Save made. Rebound chance. They bang away. And it's covered finally by O'Shaughnessy as Hocko. And we'll pause here for a message from one of our sponsors for the TV timeout.
Today's game is fueled by Some Good, the clean, natural hydration shots trusted by athletes across Atlantic Canada. Packed with unfiltered apple cider, electrolytes, and no artificial junk, Some Good keeps you hydrated the right way, whether you're on the ice, in the gym, or cheering from the stands. It tastes unreal, it's good for you, and it supports local. Grab a Some Good and feel the difference. Hydration made simple, performance made better. Today's game is fueled by Some Good, the clean, natural hydration shots trusted by athletes across Atlantic Canada. Packed with unfiltered apple cider, electrolytes, and no artificial junk, Some Good keeps you hydrated the right way, whether you're on the ice, in the gym, or cheering from the stands. It tastes unreal, it's good for you, and it supports local. Grab a Some Good and feel the difference. Hydration made simple, performance made better.
Face off in the offensive zone for the Islanders. Battle in the corner as Hunter McDonald makes chase after it. Here comes McKnight up the near side trying to send Kalita, and that's going to be an offside call against the Hunters. Well, this game is part of a doubleheader weekend for the Islanders as they face the Halifax McDonald's tomorrow at 1 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time. Be sure to tune into that one as well, folks. It's going to be a heater of a battle there. Longtime rivals, the Halifax McDonald's and the Cape Breton West Islanders. It's that one down the corner. Swift on it. Jonah Ellis turns. Hounded there by McKnight. Big pressure play by Ellis, finds McDonald. Hunter McDonald tries to move to the inside, blocked off. McKnight feeds it ahead for Gibbs. Gibbs checked there by Jonah Ellis, but he takes a hold of it and moves it across for Swift. Near side McKnight. McKnight dances his way through, dumps it into the corner and chases after it against McCacken. McCacken off the backboards. Hunter McDonald. Jack McGinnis off the wall. Goes all the way down as Swift has to chase it down. McDonald tries to make a drag move. He's intercepted as here comes Mitchell down the wing. Mitchell, nice move to the inside. Mitchell holding on, centering in front of the shot. That one wide. Open side there and unable to pull the trigger. Off the wall, taken by McDonald. Cross to Delaney, leaves it there for Chisholm. Chisholm into the zone. Stops up and whips it into the corner for a cycle attempt here. Out to neutral ice, Delaney picks it up. Matthew Delaney, cross near side to Trenham. Trenham, outlet play for Hookshorst. He chips it into the zone and chases it down against Boudreau. Boudreau chops at it, knocked off by Delaney. Aiden McDonald drops it for Hookshorst, unable to pull the trigger. Here come the Hunters the other way. Dropped off at Urquhart. Boudreau back to Urquhart. Urquhart centering pass in front of shot. Save made. And it's covered. How did Forrest stop that? Unbelievable save there. That's his third highlight reel save of this hockey game. Another face-off in the offensive zone here for Cole Harbour. March and Milko Hunters in the offensive zone for this draw once again. As Aiden McDonald wins that draw off the glass. Out and down the ice, here's Watt after it. Up against Hocko. Remember Noah Hocko had that painful block earlier in the third. Back on the ice, into play, here's Watt. Could be a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Watt with McDonald. Across to McDonald, hops over his stick. Able to make the play. McDonald holds on to it. Puts it in front of the net. Through the blue paint and wide. Urquhart clears it down, and McNeil has to chase it down here for the Islanders. Cooper McNeil off the boards from McGinnis. Taken away. Here's a pass to Urquhart's drive. It's in! It got past Forrest and bobbled. Slowly rolled over the goal line after Forrest made the initial save with the glove. And the March and Milko Hunters pull within one here with 5:45 remaining in the third. And looks like Leo Florence has an equipment adjustment here to make. This time it's the right pad. Last time it was the left pad, but Florence having to.
Hunter's hockey goal scored by number 23, Nate Woodrow, assisted by number 10, Andrew Burkhardt, and number 2, Liam Worth. Time of the goal, 14-16.
So one of the trainers on the bench here looking to adjust the pad of Leo Florence here as he heads back to the goal crease. So we are in for a tight final 5 here of this game. Just a 1-goal lead now for the Islanders, with the Hunters starting to press here. Jake McGinnis off the draw, fires into the zone. Gibbs on it, making a check against Davidson. Morris moving through neutral ice. Escapes a check from McCacken, returns with it now. Thomas McCacken knocked hard to the ice there by Dawson Swift. O'Shaughnessy behind the goal for Gibbs. Gibbs intercepted by Ellis. Sidesteps, shoots off the knob of the stick of O'Shaughnessy. Gathered in by McGinnis to drive that one blocker to the side as well. Gibbs fires lead pass there. Davidson picks that off, fires it back into the corner where Swift picks it up. Saucer across all the way down, and that'll be an icing call here against the Hunters. Gibbs trying to clear it. It's intercepted. McGinnis couldn't make a play. Martin trying to get a stick on that. Morris takes a check there from McGinnis. McGinnis trying to dig that puck loose. Ahead to Fleet. Fleet on the forecheck. Taken away. Here comes Morris down the wing. Morris holds on, sweeps it in front, intercepted by Chisholm. Near side Morris. Cross to Swift. Dawson Swift, near side for Gibbs. Gibbs across to Morris. Morris in the zone, drops it off for Cluett. Justin Cluett. Working against Will Chisholm. Cleared down the ice once again into the glove of Florence. He drops it off for Chisholm. Lucas Chisholm. Off the glass and down the ice. All the way down, forced to play it is O'Shaughnessy, and he covers up for the whistle. Lance Hookshorse on the draw. Short, quick drive there by Hunter McDonald, sailed over the goal. As both teams digging at the puck here on the near wall, just inside the blue line. On the point, McDonald chips it off the glass, picked up by Boudreau. Boudreau. That one into the ceiling beam once again for a stoppage in play. Lance Hookshorse on the draw once again. Looking off the draw. Near side Belleville. Intercepted by McNeil. He fires into the zone. Off the glass, down into neutral ice. McNeil trying to hustle after it. Moody gets there first. Moody holds on, trying to center it in front. Picked off by McGinnis. Off the wall, cleared out to neutral ice. As Hocko gathers it in and dumps it into the corner. John Hugh McGinnis. Onto the point, Hocko. McDonald tried to move that ahead. McGinnis turns. Off the wall. Hocko. Shot is blocked by Hookshorst. Lead pass from McDonald. Back to Hookshorst. Hookshorst moving wide. Tries a backhand feed in front. That was blocked by Hocko as he takes Hookshorst for a run into the boards. Hookshorst stays on his feet though and gets a hold of the puck. Beliveau moves it across. Urquhart dangles three and intercepted there by Ellis in support. Hookshorst. Backhand feed out to neutral ice. Gibbs. Near side for Boudreau. Boudreau dumps it into the corner. McDonald. Aiden McDonald. Back for Thomas McCackard. In front of his own goal. Moves it back across for Aiden McDonald. McDonald out through neutral ice. Moves in. Nice move by McDonald. Shoots it and he's save made there by O'Shaughnessy. Ellis on the point. Brings it around the boards. Swift. Gibbs intercepts that. Lead feet ahead. Here they come a chance. And unable to get the pass away there was Urquhart as he makes a ride from Trunham into the corner. And a delayed penalty coming up on the play. And it's going to be a head contact penalty coming here. And it's going to Lex Watt. And Lex Watt with a head contact minor. And a timeout being called on the part of the Merchant Milco Hunters. So a huge opportunity in this game. The Islanders down a man. And the Cole Harbour Hunters the chance to pull their goalie for 6-on-4 advantage here with 1:26 remaining in the third. So not a good penalty for Watt to take here near the close of the game. As the Hunters, there's now a two-man advantage with O'Shaughnessy on the bench. Extra attacker on the ice, 6-on-4. With 1:26 remaining, Leo Florence makes his way back to the net. And the Hunters aren't going to go away easy here as they get on the attack right away. Gibbs. He gets knocked to the ice. Intercepted there by Baldwin onto the point Urquhart. Back to Baldwin. Baldwin to the net. Save made by Forens. Into the corner it goes. Tense moments here at the Almagueta Sports Center. Hookshorst. They get a hold of it against Baldwin as Trunham battles in the corner for it. Getting close to that minute remaining mark here. And we're on to the last minute of the third. Cluett. Trying to gain possession on the wall. The Islanders need to clear here. And try to make a bid for that empty net. And that one whistled down here for a reset of the play. So still a 6-on-4 advantage. 1:21 remaining on the penalty to Watt. As Cluett steps up to the draw against Fleet. Fleet wins the draw to Trunham. Trunham off the wall, intercepted by Cluett. Cluett on the point to Urquhart. Urquhart across. Baldwin down low in the corner. McNeil try to gain possession. Trunham off the glass. Funny hop. Finds Fleet off the glass. Held to the line by Urquhart. Delayed offside here, and it is whistled down the offside. That's a big moment in this game as just 28 seconds remaining. And the Hunters will have to get a clean zone entry before attacking the net here. So pressure is everything here for the Hunters. They have to win this draw and get it into the offensive zone in a hurry. Fleet chops at it. Moved across. Here comes Baldwin. Zone entry completed. Pass in front of that one. unable to pull the trigger. Here comes Davidson. He's got the empty net. Davidson moves wide, shoots it towards a block by Gibbs. Another chance for Fleet here, and he scores. Colby Fleet ices the game for the Islanders as they get their 2-goal cushion with just 11 seconds to play. And the crowd goes absolutely ballistic here at the Almaguer Sports Center on that goal. Well, one more draw here taken by Hum, moves it across. Fired down over the shoulder of Florence. And that'll do it here. The Cape Breton West Islanders end up with a 4-2 victory on that empty net goal by Colby Fleet. Well, this sets up a big game tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time as the Islanders will face the big bad Halifax Max. Live from the Almaguer Sports Center tomorrow again at 1 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time. Make sure to tune in for that one. For now, this has been Brendan Maloney signing off from High Button Sports, and we'll see you tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m.